Welcome back, dignitaries. I'm Rico Young, and this is your Dignitary Status Global Rundown, where we scan the globe and bring you the stories that shape our world. From political power plays to climate resilience and cultural moments that leave a mark, let's jump into the top 10 breaking international headlines making waves across the world. 1. Prince Harry praises travelist amid growing charity scrutiny. Prince Harry is back in the spotlight, this time for his work on sustainable travel. He's hailed the progress of his eco-travel initiative, Travelist, which has partnered with travel giants like Booking.com, Expedia, and Skyscanner to provide travelers with climate-conscious choices. But his comments come at a tense moment. His co-founded charity, Sentabale, which supports vulnerable children in Lesotho and Botswana, is under scrutiny following reports of poor governance and lapses in financial transparency. The Duke of Sussex insists both initiatives are committed to long-term impact, despite mounting criticism over accountability. 2. Over 2,000 dead in Myanmar earthquake disaster. A powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck Myanmar's Shan state this week, leaving more than 2,300 people dead and thousands injured. Entire towns near the epicenter, including Lashio and Taungi, have been devastated, with hospitals overflowing and emergency response teams struggling to cope. The tremors were also felt in Bangkok, Thailand, and Luang Prabang, Laos, prompting evacuations. The United Nations, along with countries like India, Japan, and Australia, are now rushing aid, but blocked roads and collapsed bridges are slowing efforts. Myanmar's military-led government has declared a state of emergency in the affected zones. 3. Retired U.S. generals warn against slashing foreign aid. 3 retired U.S. generals, General David Petraeus, Admiral James Stavridis, and General Wesley Clark, have issued a bipartisan warning to Congress, urging lawmakers not to cut funding for the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. They argue that reducing USAID's budget could cede critical diplomatic influence to China, especially through its Belt and Road Initiative, which has made inroads in Africa, Latin America, and the Caribbean. The generals say foreign aid is not charity, it's national security strategy. The call comes as House Republicans consider steep cuts to international development programs. 4. The family emerges as Ireland's new top drug cartel in Ireland. Law enforcement is grappling with a power shift in the underworld. A new crime group known as the Family, led by the Byrne brothers, Kevin, Shane, and Lee Byrne, has filled the vacuum left by the crumbling Kinahan cartel, once led by Daniel Kinahan. The Byrne crew has been linked to drug and firearms trafficking between Ireland, Spain, and South America. Irish Gardaí have already seized over $3 million worth of cocaine in recent operations and arrested multiple associates. Authorities say this gang is highly organized, tech-savvy, and expanding rapidly. 5. Russia's gas pipeline dreams. To Europe face cold reality. As Russia eyes a return to global energy dominance, analysts say its pipeline hopes are running on fumes. Key infrastructure like the Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines were damaged in 2022, and no European country has since shown willingness to reopen the energy tap. Instead, Europe has doubled down on LNG imports from the US, Qatar, and Norway, dramatically reducing dependency on Russian gas. Meanwhile, Gazprom CEO Alexei Miller has hinted at redirecting supply eastward to China and India, but logistical constraints and long-term pricing disputes remain a challenge. 6. Israel intensifies ground operations in Gaza Strip. Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant has announced a fresh phase of military operations in the Gaza Strip, saying troops are now targeting the central and southern sectors, particularly around Khan Yunis and Rafah. The escalation follows renewed rocket attacks from Hamas militants, which Israel responded to with heavy airstrikes. The humanitarian toll continues to mount, with the Palestinian Red Crescent reporting over 14,000 civilian casualties since the conflict reignited. International mediators, including Egypt and Qatar, are urging a ceasefire, but talks remain stalled. 7. China conducts surprise military drills near Taiwan. China's People's Liberation Army launched a surprise set of drills this week near the Taiwan Strait, deploying 76 warplanes and 6 naval vessels in what Beijing dubbed Strait Thunder, a direct message following the US approval of a $1.9 billion weapons deal to Taiwan. Taiwanese Defense Minister Chiu Kuo-cheng confirmed that fighter, jets, and missile systems were activated as a defensive precaution. The drills have drawn condemnation from Japan, Australia, and the US State Department, who call it an escalation and a threat to regional stability. 8. Norovirus outbreak sickens hundreds on Queen Mary II. cruise, more than 230 passengers and crew aboard the luxury cruise liner Queen Mary 2, operated by Cunard Line, have been infected by a norovirus outbreak. The ship, which had just docked in New York after a 29-day transatlantic voyage, reported vomiting, nausea, and diarrhea among those affected. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, confirmed the outbreak and has begun an investigation. Cunard says sanitation protocols are being doubled and affected guests have been quarantined. 9. U.S. airstrikes in Yemen kill 4, says Houthi group. The Houthi rebel leadership in Yemen is claiming that a U.S. drone strike near Hodeidah has killed 4 individuals, including a local militia commander. The U.S. has not officially confirmed the strike, but it aligns with ongoing operations aimed at degrading Iran-backed militant networks in the region. The escalation adds fuel to the complex web of conflict in Yemen, where Saudi-backed forces, Houthi rebels, and extremist groups continue to clash, often with devastating impact on civilians. 10. Actor Val Kilmer dies at 65 after cancer battle. Hollywood mourns the loss of Val Kilmer, the acclaimed actor known for roles in Top Gun: The Doors and Batman Forever. Kilmer passed away at the age of 65 after a years-long battle with throat cancer, which had affected his speech and led to the use of AI-generated voice technology in recent appearances. Fans and fellow actors have flooded social media with tributes, remembering him as both a fearless performer and a deeply introspective artist. His memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, and the documentary Val revealed his personal journey through fame, family, and illness. And there you have it, dignitaries, the world in 10 headlines. From palace statements to power struggles, every corner of the globe is writing history in real time. If you found this rundown insightful, like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. You're part of a community that values global awareness with Caribbean perspective. Follow us across all platforms, Dignitary Status TV on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I'm Rico Young. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, stay dignified.